Hey everybody, this is Ruben Lowe and I'm here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's Thursday night. Okay, so Bernadette has impressed on me that I got to work harder on setting appointments, and it got me thinking. I've had a little challenge lately. I'm real good at making initial contact with people. They get real excited. That I even sign them up, and then ghost, right? I'm like, what's going on? Now, I know what it is. Okay, and I learned this in the military. When I was in the SEAL teams, I learned that when it comes to like military intelligence, I couldn't act on an intelligence that I was the only one that had the intelligence. If I stumbled on something, I had to get it confirmed by another reliable source. It could be somebody else from my squad. Could be a helicopter or a satellite going overhead or whatever. It had to be confirmed before we could do anything with it. Okay, so people's minds work the same way. When you see something, hear something, read something, experience something, it goes in this gray matter Rolodex, and trying to connect with something else, confirming information. So then when you hear something, see something, read something that that does that, you get these epiphanies. Now, if you're in stress mode, you're in beta brainwave, and and you're plugged in for information. You're going to get a lot of information, but it won't be used until that level, that stress, that crisis in your life is lifted. But if you keep exposed to that information, all of a sudden, that new information is going to connect with the old information, and you're going to get these epiphanies and breakthroughs, and it's just going to happen like that, right? That's why the meeting mentality is so important. Okay, but let's say you don't have, you just meet somebody cold market, right? You need to connect them with somebody from a similar walk of life, right? Um, if you got a pastor, you got to get somebody who's a pastor. If they're not on your team, you got to you know, if you got to, borrow somebody else's team, on these Zoom meetings. If um, they work at a warehouse, or if they were a landscaper, or of course nurses are abound, right? They're everywhere in our business. So that's probably nurses are low hanging fruit because we got so many. My CEO Bernadette Kim was a nurse for 20 years, right? And so she can talk the same language with them, right? Well, anybody who's in the military, hey, I can talk the same language. I can talk the language to them. I got anybody who's been from a sales background, anybody from the mortgage background, or real estate background. Um, I can, I can relate to. But it's better if you can edify somebody else. It doesn't matter if they're on your team or not, as long as they're with our company, right? Law enforcement, um, the uh, the guy from Ohio, um, he does a great job doing the compensation. Um, and I'll think of it, Mike or Brown's his last name. All right, and Jerry Brown. Okay, Jerry Brown, man. Anybody who's in law enforcement, get them with him, and he does a great job. He's very, very professional. Okay, but my point is, you got to bring in that other reliable source, or you're going to get hung up, or you're going to get ghosted. They're going to. So when you get those two together, that's going to pull them in. Okay, so that's what you got to do. And then, of course, if they're smart, they're going to promote the meeting mentality. They're going to promote the workshops. They're going to promote the importance of becoming part of our community, because that's what does it. People are like, they can see these concepts and they can understand them and they can get a policy right, but if they're not exposed to the community and the mindset of our community, they're gonna fade away. They're gonna go back. They're gonna go back to the old way, right? So you want to keep them current. All right. If this helps anybody, please go ahead and share. You know, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help myself, but I'm also trying to help whoever I can. All right. Have a great night.